Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Class 4A Girls Sectional Basketball on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in service. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. We apologize for being a little bit late this evening. We did have some network issues coming out of Fishers High School that were, to say the least, a little bit beyond our control, but our technical staff here at Hamilton County Television has managed to overcome those, and we're just ending up the first quarter here. Looks like we're going to have a tie score at 12-12, Jack. This promises to be a good game.
Yeah, taking a look at the stats, what we saw was, and of course we called the game back in November, it's going to come down to possessions and who can have the ball the longest. Because what we saw was that in an overtime game, 6 points was the difference. But really, throughout that game, it was about a 1-point lead for everybody going back and forth.
Yeah, these teams are pretty well evenly balanced. Fishers averages 51.9 per game, where it's 48.8 for Westfield. Defensively, the Tigers give up 49.5, with the Shamrocks giving up 45.0. Before we go any farther, we'd like to thank all of our great Hamilton County Television sponsors, including our title sponsor, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Smith's Jewelers, Indiana Restoration, the Hamilton County Calendar, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. We have 1 quarter in, 8 minutes have been played. We are tied at 12-12. The Tigers have committed one more foul than the Shamrocks. 4 fouls for the Tigers, 3 for the Shamrocks, and we're about ready to go with second quarter action. Jack, we'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Perfect. So again, coming out of the first quarter, Westfield to inbound. Shipley with the ball, brings it over to Craig. Craig drives, up, no good. Rebound by the Tigers.
Looks like Tony Grace coming down there trying to take it all the way. Ends up going out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Tiger ball. It'll be Grace. We're going to have Grace inbound. Looks like it's going to be London to inbound.
Yeah, another substitution for the Tigers in is Sierra Tolbert, 6-foot junior.
So London to inbound the ball.
Annabelle O'Hare also goes in for the Shamrocks.
Over on the far side, Fulton. Back over to Grace. Grace looks for an option, doesn't see it, gets it over to London. Showing a zone defense here by the Shamrocks.
Kind of a floating zone almost.
Drives, fires it up, no good. Rebound by Craig. Craig down the floor. Fires a 2, and it's good. 12-14, Westfield leads. Grace brings the ball up the floor over to the far side. Now, Grace last time, 37 points, so that's something to look at.
Yeah, she averages 15.7 per game.
Tigers slowing down the offense, looking for a shot. Grace back over to London. London drives, no good. Rebound by O'Hare. Down the floor come the Shamrocks. Craig at the top of the key. Drives, kicks it out to Shipley. Shipley looks. Over to Craig. Craig sets up the offense. Stolen. Still loose. Ball down. Tigers get the ball back. Up, no good. Fulton gets it back over to Grace. Grace drives, fires it up. Still no good. Fires it up again and good. Looks like that'll be number 20, Allie Gurka.
I think that might have been Perriman 22. I'm not sure.
I think you're right on that one.
Persistence on the part of the Tigers paid off. We're tied at 14.
Foul right there on the baseline. 14-14 ball game. 5:37 left in the second.
That one's going to go in. It's number 11, Tony Grace. It will be her first, the 5th team foul of the half.
Inbound. Shipley at the top of the key. Shipley a long three, no good. Rebound by Craig. Craig for two, no good. Back come the Tigers. Quick three and good. Timeout, Westfield.
Say, fans, let's talk a little bit about Logan Street Signs and Banners. You know, they're celebrating at 25 years. Logan Street Signs and Banners specializes in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200. Visit their new website, www.loganstreetsigns.com, or you can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Welcome to sectional basketball, sectional number 8 from the Tiger Den on the campus of Fishers High School. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. Jack, we got a 17-14 lead right now in favor of the Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like it's going back and forth here, but so far the Tigers in these last 5 points have really had the hustle plays that have done the difference here. And like I just said, quick steal here. Fulton with the ball.
Good steal by Fulton.
Over to Perriman, back over to McGee. Grace sets up the offense.
Neither of these teams are real good three-point shooters, with the Tigers coming in shooting 25%. The Shamrocks at 28%.
Just like that, though. Long three by Fulton. She must have heard us.
Yeah.
Well, she's 2 for 2, I believe. Or, 2 for 2 at least since we've gone on the air.
Mm-hmm. Offensive foul on the Shamrocks.
Offensive foul.
I didn't see who got the call on that.
It looked like it was Shipley on that one.
Yes, it is, Jade Shipley.
Looks like she ran right into the defensive player.
That is her first. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Shamrocks.
20-14, 4:20 left to play in the second. Over to Fulton. Over to Grace. Grace looks to set up the offense. Again, that hybrid zone defense. Looks like now they're back into a man-to-man. And the foul's going to be on number 33, Bunting.
That's going to put Tony Grace at the line to shoot a pair, I believe. Yeah, Bunting picks that up. That's her first.
First one up and good.
Grace, a 79% free throw shooter.
Second one. Up and good. 22-14. 4 minutes left to play in the second. Shipley with the ball. Looking for the three. It's not there. Gets it over to Rops. Rops looks to DeCrane down low. Up and good. Number
Got
34,
the roll.
Gigi Eldridge. Gigi, the freshman, coming off the bench.
Picks up her first 2 points of the night.
McGee with the ball. Back over to Fulton. Working it around the perimeter. Grace for a two, no good. Looks like they're going to get over the back call on Perryman.
Yeah, that's on Pyramid, and that is her second. 16 fouls now on the Tigers, so from this point on, the Shamrocks will be at the line.
The Shamrocks have been held scoreless over the last probably 3 or 4 minutes here.
They've only scored 4 points in the quarter so far.
Looks, gets it over to DeCrane. Back over to Shipley. Shipley looking for an opportunity. Gets it over to Rops. Rops drives. Kicks it back out to DeCrane for a long three. And it's good. And just like that, 19-22, Fishers leads.
Just amazing that, in the game, how that three-point play changes the complexion of the game so quickly.
No good. Rebound by the Shamrocks. Bunting.
Nice rebound there by the Rocks to keep that ball.
Looking down low to Eldridge. She's got 3 on her.
Going to be a jump ball called on that one.
Jump ball.
And I think the possession goes to the Tigers on that, if I'm not mistaken.
And it looks like it's going to stay with the Shamrocks. No, I believe it's Fisher's ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carly Weininger in for the Shamrocks now.
So the Tigers bring the ball down the floor. Grace sets up the offense. Over to McGee. McGee back to London. Quickly moving it around the perimeter.
I think Gurka was thinking about taking a three on that, but she didn't.
Looking for an opportunity. Looks, drives, kicks it back out. Slows it back down. Grace does. They're going to call timeout.
It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so while we get a moment here, let's remind you that Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate awards, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online, www.noblesvilletrophies.com. Follow them on Facebook and Twitter. Right now we've got the Tigers and the Shamrocks tangling here in the Tiger Den. About an hour or so from now, it'll be the Noblesville Millers and the Anderson Indians in the second game tonight. So what should be a couple good matchups tonight, Jack.
Yeah, and taking a look at that second game too, it's going to be an interesting one there. But like I said about this when we first started, it's going to come down to who has possession, and turnovers are going to be a big factor in all this.
They certainly are.
And of course, the one with Grace with the ball, she's going to be a big factor in this.
Oh
too.
yeah.
So the Tigers moving around. Grace looks, drives, fires it up, no good, but she's going to shoot
the foul, and she's going to shoot a pair. Is that going to go on Eldridge?
I believe so.
No, it's going on Weininger. That'll be number 6.
Eldridge looks like she got hit in the eye.
Mm-hmm. Grace 2 for 2 so far. Now she's 3 for 3 from the line.
3 for 3. Quick substitution there. O'Hare back into the ball game. Looks like it's O'Hare, Bunting, Winiger, Rops, and Craig are the starters. So Winiger brings the ball up the floor. Grace 2 for 2 on the free throw.
She's 4 for 4 from the line so far tonight now.
O'Hare for 2. No good.
Doesn't get the bounce.
Quickly down the floor. Come the Tigers.
Lydia Stulkin brought the rebound down for the Tigers.
Gurka over to Stulkin. Back over to Grace. Grace looks for an opportunity.
We're under a minute.
Nope.
Boy, that one just rimmed in and out, didn't
That's
it?
a close one. It's amazing to me they shoot 2 feet behind the three-point line, and every time it looks like it's going in.
Yeah, yeah, it sure did. Are the Rocks going to be content to try to hold this thing? Well, they just lost the ball, so it's going to go back over to the Tigers. Another turnover for the Shamrocks with just a shade over, or rather a shade under 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. I'm sure that Lauren Vale and her staff want the Tigers to hold this ball for the last shot and hopefully go in with at least a 5-point lead at halftime, or maybe a 7 or 8 point lead.
So the Tigers set it up to slow it down. Looking for the opportunity. Grace pushes it way out. Down to 12 seconds. Grace
Start to move it once it gets to 10.
Looks for the opportunity. Down to 5. She fires it, blocked by O'Hare.
Will they get a shot off?
Oh, she got it.
Oh, my.
O'Hare with 3 points at the buzzer.
What a turn! What a turnaround, Jack! It looked like the Tigers could go into the locker room with no less than a 5-point lead, and all of a sudden a missed shot and a wing and a prayer by Annabelle O'Hare makes it a 24-22 game here at the end of the first half. We're going to go take a break here, and we'll be back with our halftime activities after these words from our sponsors on Hamilton County Television.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street. This is South 10th.
We moved 22 years ago.
Well, how come you didn't change the name?
That would have just confused people.
Well, actually, South 10th is Allisonville, if you're from Fishers.
Before that, it was 37A, and before that, it was State Road 37.
So you're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore? It's actually on South 10th. That's Allisonville in Fishers. And before that, it was 37A and 37?
So you got that straight?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but rather South 10th Street in Noblesville.
Exactly.
The IHSAA, in partnership with Blue Frame Technology, is pleased to announce that you can now watch your favorite IHSAA sports on the all-new IHSAA TV Apple TV app. Watch live or search through thousands of archived broadcasts. Have an older Apple TV? You can still watch on your TV by going to AirPlay on your iOS device and choosing Apple TV. Download the new Apple TV app now in the Apple TV App Store.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
Welcome back to Sectional Basketball. Today's broadcast of IHSAA Sectional 8 Girls Basketball on Hamilton County Television. Brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 25 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Smith Jewelers, Indiana Restoration, Hamilton County Calendars, the Westfield Chamber of Commerce, and Bill Clifford for Sheriff. And Jack, we would really be remiss if we did not thank our technical staff tonight for getting us on the air.
Absolutely.
We had just what I will call, putting it very nicely and very mildly, we had a multitude of problems that these guys ran in. And, unfortunately for us sitting here waiting for the game to come on, we're kind of sitting here playing tiddlywinks or, playing games on our on our computers or whatever we're doing. Well, Rick Vanderweilen, Jim Wofford, Will Wofford, Perry Williams, and the whole crew here were running around like a bunch of chickens with their head chopped off. But I've got to say, they stayed cool. They got us on the air, and we are just couldn't be more grateful to be here. So we've got a 2-point game here at halftime, Jack, in that. And just a little bit to explain how we are doing this game. The game is actually coming to you from Fishers High School. That's where the picture is. But
right.
Jack and I are in the penthouse studios of Wofford Enterprises, the home of Hamilton County Television. And we are very happy to be here tonight. And it's kind of a little bit of an experiment that we've done a couple times. I know this is the first time that you have done a game remotely.
Yeah.
And it does take a little bit of getting used to. But for the future, it's going to give us a lot more flexibility as far as being able to bring people more games from different places. But let's just talk briefly about this sectional. This first game tonight looks like it's going to be a Lulu and could go down to the wire. And just like the last meeting, Jack, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if this one went to overtime.
Yeah, I think so too, because what you see is back and forth. Fishers gets that 5-point lead, now it's a 2-point lead. Jenny Smith always does a good job of bringing her team out of the half fired up and ready to go. So, again, like we talked about, the factors to me are going to be Grace, how she does in the second half, and then also talk a little bit about turnovers. I think what we saw there with 46 seconds left, them throwing the ball, Westfield throwing the ball out of bounds, that's big. That's big going into sectional time because each possession is huge.
Well, I think the other part of it is you get down to sectionals, and psychologically the players know this is won and can be done.
Yeah.
If you don't win, there is no tomorrow. It's tough enough on the underclassmen, but then you pick up some of the seniors on these squads. You pick up people like for the Tigers, pick up people like Tony Grace, who's been a fixture there for so many years. Allie Gurka, Kennedy London, Casey Walker, who doesn't get a lot of playing time, but she's still one of the seniors there. Brianna McGee, and also for the Shamrocks, the seniors that they've got on that team, Megan Rops and Sophia Craig and Annabelle O'Hare and Ryan Bunting. It's just they're senior, and they're seniors, and in a lot of cases their basketball career may be done. Now, you get a couple of people out there who, obviously will be back next year. The Shamrocks will love to have Jade Shipley back for another year.
Yeah, you look at that. You've got Jade Shipley. I think one of your forwards, your centers, you've got Gigi Eldridge for the next couple years, number 34. But, you're taking a look, and Westfield's had this before, even 2 years ago, losing – I think they had 8 seniors or 10 seniors. I can't remember exactly, but Jenny Smith does a good job of taking these young ladies and turning them into really excellent basketball players. And it'll be interesting to see for a first-year head coach over there at Fishers how she adapts to that change, because obviously looking here, someone like Tony Grace, a senior, how do you as a coach, when you have somebody like that on your team, how do you develop that?
Well, unlike her counterpart on the boys' side over at Fishers, Matt Moore, Lauren was part of the of the basketball program, and she's been there, I think, about 7 or 8 years now as an assistant. She was an assistant under Michael Gaines. So when she took over the reins of that program, she did not she didn't come in cold,
right.
like Matt Moore did. But in talking about this series, everything is so close on this. We were talking about the last meeting. The Shamrocks won it in overtime on November 17th, but you go back 15 years, and the last 15 years, the Westfield Shamrocks have an 8-7 edge over the Fishers Tigers. Now, people say, well, no, Fishers has only been there about 10 years, but you got to remember they're not only in the same sectional, they're also in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference. So a lot of these teams do see each other, more than once a year. And statistically, these two teams are, very, very close. Sagarin ratings, there's a little bit of a discrepancy there between them with giving the edge to the Fishers Tigers. And I really think that the Tigers get the edge on this just basically because they play just a little bit stronger schedule than what Westfield plays.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that'll be interesting. Plus, Fishers playing at home, that's always a fun thing. And having it at home, that's always a factor. But, you never know with sectionals. There's just always something that can happen. And I just enjoy that we get to be able to call these games, whether we're sitting right there or sitting in a booth.
Well, it's great to be here with you, Jack. Let's talk a little bit about the Hamilton County Events Calendar, better known as hctvcalendar.com. Be sure to check out this calendar for upcoming events in Hamilton County, including our local high school events. If you have an event, Jack, and of course you being part of the Chamber of Commerce there,
we have a couple events
in Westfield. You've got a couple of events every year, and even you guys can use it.
Yeah,
Jack, it's easy. So that makes it even better for people like us, and it's even free. That's the Hamilton County Community Calendar. That's been online since 1995. One of Perry Williams' favorite pet projects. www.hctvcalendar.com. We're ready for action here in the second half. Here's Jack.
Shamrocks with the ball to start the second half. Almost quick turnover. Looks baseline, gets it over to O'Hare. O'Hare looks back over to Shipley at the top of the key. Baseline, doesn't see it. Bunting with the ball. Long three by Craig, no good. Rebound by Gurka.
That ball went by two different Shamrocks, and they did not know it was there, unfortunately.
Fisher's at the top of the key. Grace with the ball. Looks down low.
Both of these teams continue to play a
baseline, good by Gurka.
Continue to play zone defense.
Shipley looking for an opportunity.
I've got Gurka with 5 points now.
High ball screen. DeCrane over to Shipley. Drives baseline. Blocked. And quickly down the floor come the Tigers.
She had 3 Tigers around her and could not get the shot off without having it blocked. There's going to be a foul called on that one, and that one is going to go against the Tigers.
It's like Perryman over the back.
Yeah, that's the third one on Tamia Perriman. That could be big here later in this game. Perriman, 7.3 points per game.
Shipley brings the ball up the floor. Looking for an opportunity. Works around the perimeter. Drives, fires it up, no good.
Doesn't get the bounce.
Rebound by the Tigers. Grace quickly down the floor. Over to Gurka. Moving the ball around the perimeter. Looking for an opportunity. Drives. Fires it up. No good. Rebound almost by the Tigers, but quickly stripped away by the Shamrocks.
Good bit of defensive rebounding there by the Rocks.
3 if she wants it. No good.
3 Tigers under the net compared to 1 Shamrock there, so you knew where that defensive rebound was coming from.
Foul on the play. Looks like that's going to be London shooting 2.
Ashton DeCrane picks up what I believe is her first foul.
London's first shot up and good.
London shoots 71% from the free throw line. Point number 6 for her.
London's second shot. Up. No good. Rebound by the Shamrocks. Quickly down the floor. Trying to look baseline. They're going to call a foul there. Foul's going to be on number 23, Katie Burton.
Her first 2 team fouls now on the Tigers early in the quarter.
O'Hare drives, fires it up, fouled.
She going to be shooting? Yep, she's going to be shooting too.
Shooting 2. 5:12 left to play in the third. 27-22. Fishers Tigers lead.
That's on Lydia Stulkin. That's going to be her second. 3 quick team fouls here in the first less than 3 minutes.
O'Hare's first shot no good.
O'Hare shoots 60% from the free throw line. Gets the second, gets the roll.
4-point game. Grace with the ball. Grace over to London. London over to Gurka. Grace drives, fires it up, no good. Rebound by Shipley.
Fisher's coaching staff asking for a foul on there, but they're not going to get it on that one.
Turnover. London quickly down the floor. And there's another turnover.
Turns it over. They're getting a little sloppy here in this quarter.
Yes,
Jack.
they are. Another turnover.
That's about 5 turnovers there in less than a minute. Another one again.
Turnover.
That's how coaches get gray hairs, I guess.
I'm running out of fingers. Westfield after the chaos fires it up, no good.
Nobody under the basket there except the white of the Fishers Tigers.
Gurka looks, kicks it out. London drives baseline.
It was blocked but recovered by the Tigers, then into the hands of the Shamrocks.
Quickly down the floor come the Shamrocks. And they're looking to slow it down. Looks, drives, fires it, and it's going to be a foul. It looks like Rops is going to shoot 2.
Is that going to be on Kennedy London, or who's that going to be on?
It's going to be
Allie Gurka picks it up. I've got her for 1 now. 4 team fouls already on the Tigers.
First one up and good. 27-24. Substitution in the ball game. We got a couple here. For the Tigers, Casey Walker, number 33.
Saw Sophia Craig come in there also, number 21.
And number 34, Gigi Eldridge for the Shamrocks. Second one up, no good. Rebound. And they're going to do another shoot. They're going to shoot 2 more.
Tigers are getting into foul trouble here, Jack.
Pretty quickly, that's
Casey Walker, number 33, picks that up, and that's 5 team fouls already with just a little bit over 4 minutes gone here in the quarter.
The important part is with 5 fouls, though, you got to make your free throws.
Yeah.
It's the only way it matters.
Well, this game could be won or lost at the free throw line.
2, both good by Gigi Eldridge, and it's a 1-point ball game. 3:35 left to play in the third. Fisher's up by 1.
I've got the Shamrocks 4 for 5 now from the foul line.
Quickly moving the ball around the perimeter. Perriman looks. Gets it over to Tolbert. High ball screen. Tolbert for 2. Foul, and she'll shoot 2. It's a free throw battle going on.
Yes, it is. Sophia Craig picks up her first foul. First team foul of the half on the Shamrocks.
First one up and good. She went for some high fives. They didn't get any high fives on that.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell who the shooter is on that, can you?
Tolbert, number 41.
Ah, okay.
Second one, no good. Rebound by Eldridge. Quickly down the floor come the Shamrocks. Eldridge over to Winiger. Long 2, no good. Rebound by the Tigers.
Tigers have done a good job on the defensive board so far tonight, Jack, not giving the Shamrocks the extra opportunity.
Grace sets back up the offense. Over to Tolbert. Grace drives. Up and good.
Tony Grace, I've got her for 6 now.
30-26, 2:20 left to play in the third.
Far from her average game, which is 15.7.
DeCrane down low to Eldridge.
Tolbert doing a nice job on DeCrane there to keep her from shooting.
Timeout, Coach Smith.
That's going to be a 30-second timeout there by the Shamrocks. And while there's a timeout on the floor, let's remind you that Community Health is Central Indiana's leader in providing health care services where and when patients need them. Questions? You can contact Community Health 317-355-7775 or check them out on their website, www.ecommunity.com. I'm Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell here on Hamilton County Television, either at hctv.com or one of the many, many different ways that you can watch us, whether it be on Facebook, on YouTube, on Roku, or there's a buku number of ways that you can watch us.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been on all of those all day today, as Perry knows. So, always ways that you can watch us. I love it.
The Rocks just barely managed to get that ball in to avoid the 5 count.
Winner, long 3, no good. Rebound by Tolbert. Quickly down the floor come the Tigers.
That 6-foot frame of hers made a difference on getting that rebound. Nice rebound by Tolbert.
Perryman with the ball. Over to Tolbert. Back over to Grace. Drives. Sets up the offense. High ball screen. She's going to take it. Fires it up. No good.
That's a shot that Tony Grace usually makes. Fast break here for the Tigers, but they slow it down.
Cross court to DeCrane for 3. No good. Still in bounds. Great job saving it.
One of the few times the Shamrocks had people back under the net to get an offensive rebound. We're going to have a timeout called.
We have a timeout, injury timeout.
I think that's an official's timeout. Yes, we have an injured player.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. It looks like Perryman. She might have landed on her elbow. That's what it looks
like. I can't tell who that is either. But while we've got to stop in the action here, let's remind you that from personal injury claims to complex business litigations to divorce cases, Churchill, and Antrim protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, and government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Merrillville, and Tipton. Contact their Noblesville office at 317-773-5320 or visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. I believe that's Tamia Perriman who went down there, I believe, 22.
Yeah.
Looks like she's walking off under her own power, which is a good sign to see. I mean, she obviously was in some quite a bit of pain there, the way she was moving around.
Land on that elbow. That would hurt for just a little bit.
Under a minute left here in the third. Tigers with a 4-point lead.
Fulton over to London. London over to McGee. Back over to Grace. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Back over to Fulton.
I'm not going to say any more about strategy, whether they hold it or go for it. Last time I was wrong.
Well, it looks like they might be holding it on this one.
Yeah.
Working it around the perimeter.
At 15 seconds now.
Get it back to Grace. Now under 10. She's going to drive.
Got to get it up there.
Foul with .2 in the third.
Tony Grace got the shot off. It got blocked, but she also got the foul.
I don't think there was anybody that – I think everybody knew who was going to shoot that ball.
Yep. I think that's going to be the second foul on Annabelle O'Hare. Only the second team foul of the half in the Shamrocks, but it's going to put Tony Grace at the line. 79% free throw shooter. She's perfect from the line so far tonight.
Up and good.
7 points for the senior.
Second one up and good.
She has got 6 of her 8 points have come from the line so far tonight, Jack, which is very, very odd. We're through 3 with the Fishers Tigers ahead of the Westfield Shamrocks, 32-26. Fans, let's remind you that Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel, for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer certainly would be their outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give their customers a memorable, positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383 or visit them online, www.smithsonthesquare.com. We're 3/4 of the way through this game, Jack. The winner of this game will face the Hamilton Eastern Royals Friday night at 6, and Hamilton County Television will be right back here to bring you that game, regardless of whether it's the Tigers or whether it's the Shamrocks. And it's at this point, I've got to say, I think it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, 6-point ball game, especially with the way that these two teams fire it up from the three-point line. It's anybody's game here. But it'll be fun to watch the rest of this game. And then, of course, we've got a game right after this with the Noblesville Millers taking on the Anderson Indians.
The Anderson Indians, one of the only non-Hamilton County team in this sectional.
Yeah.
And of course, 4 of the 6 teams are from the Hoosier Crossroad Conference.
I remember playing up in Anderson when I was back in high school, and that was a pretty cool place to play back in the day.
You know, I was never in the Wigwam.
Oh, unreal.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Tigers with the ball. Looking for an opportunity. Drives, kicks it back out. Travel.
That was a forced error on the part of the Shamrocks. They forced Kennedy London to travel on that play, and good defense forced the turnover.
Shipley over to the near side. Kicks it back to O'Hare. Back to Shipley. quickly around the perimeter. 3, if she wants it, it's good.
Oh my.
Just like that. 3-point ball game.
Who got that?
Sophia Craig.
Craig. That's 9 points for her tonight. Leading scorer for the Shamrocks in this game so far.
Well, that looks like a senior that doesn't want to leave yet.
Yep.
Moving around the perimeter. London looks, fires it out to Fulton. Fulton brings it back out. And they set up the offense. McGee down low. Looks, foul.
She's going to shoot a pair.
Casey Walker will shoot 2. That's O'Hare's 3rd.
Yeah, Annabelle O'Hare has picked up foul number 3. Number 3 team foul for the Shamrocks. Casey Walker with an opportunity.
First one up and good.
Well, I think I can help her out. She's only a 14% free throw shooter, Jack, so she'll probably make both of these. Walker gets her first points of the night.
Second one up and good.
Not bad for a 14% free throw shooter.
Yeah.
I'll have to see if Tamia Perriman's going to be able to come back in this game. That could be a big difference maker for the Tigers.
Shipley looks, drives, kicks out to DeCrane for a long 2. No good. Rebound by London. Stolen quickly. Rops for a long 2. No good. DeCrane up, no good. And rebound by the Tigers.
One of the best examples of offensive rebounding we've seen by the Shamrocks all night.
Possession goes to, looks like it would go to the Tigers.
Nope, it's going to
Shamrock.
The Shamrocks.
5-point ball game, 6:12 left to play in the 4th. Shipley over to Robs.
That's going to be a travel. Ball went into the hands of Jade Shipley, and she just did not have control of that ball before she started moving. Nice crowd shot.
Yeah. Grace brings the ball down the floor.
Under 6 minutes, a 5-point lead for the Tigers.
Tolbert kicks it back out. High ball screen. Perriman with the ball. Perriman loses it. It's going
to stay with the Tigers.
Substitution here. Rops out. Sophia Craig back in.
Have not seen anything of Tamia Perriman come back in yet. Oh no, she is in there. I'm sorry. I just noticed she's in there.
Rebound. Oh no. Rebound or picked up by the Tigers. And they move the ball around here. Approaching 5 minutes left in the game. Tolbert up and no good. Quickly down the floor come the Shamrocks.
Shamrocks with an opportunity here to cut into this lead. Get it down to a 2 or 3 point lead here.
Craig drives baseline.
That's an offensive foul. I think that's going to go on Sophia Craig.
That will go on Craig.
If that is, I've got her for that's her second now.
4:49, 34-29 ball game.
Each team has got one player with 3 fouls, that being Annabelle O'Hare for the Shamrocks and Tamia Perriman for the Tigers. A very uncontrolled shot there. Very uncharacteristic of Tony Grace on that one, Jack. She also traveled. Quick substitution here. Winiger into the ball game. We're just about halfway through here in the fourth quarter. 5-point lead for the Tigers. Winner of this game will face the Hamilton Southeastern Royals Friday night at 6, right here on Hamilton County Television.
Craig looks, fires up the 2, no good. Rebound by Craig, up and no good.
Gets her own rebound again.
Third time's a charm.
She's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
2 important free throws here to bring it down to 1 possession.
Well, that's even bigger because that's, to me, a Perriman who picks that up, and that is going to be her 4th. 2 shots coming for Sophia Craig.
First one up and good.
She shoots 55% from the line. I've got her for 10 points now in this game.
Quick timeout here.
Looks like it's going to be a full timeout by the Fishers Tigers. Hey, Jack, let's talk about your favorite topic. Who's sponsoring us tonight? The Westfield Chamber of Commerce. What is going on over there in Westfield?
We got tons going on over in Westfield. We've got ribbon cuttings coming up. We've got a couple of them. The Hamilton County Republican Party ribbon cutting is tomorrow night from 4 to 7. Ribbon cutting will be happening at 5 o'clock. But really the big one for us is going to be for February 15th is our Share the Love event. We have 25 nonprofits who'll be showcasing their passion and we connect with businesses, and it gives them an opportunity between businesses and nonprofits to make some connections and see if there's some money available. Last year we did this same event. About $1,000 to $500 to $1,500 went to a couple different nonprofits. So it's a really great event over at the Emmy Conference Center. If you have an opportunity, you can visit westfield-chamber.org and sign up and come and attend.
So what's going on at Grand Park this week?
Grand Park this week, I don't think they have anything right now going on. It seems like everything's all over the place.
Kind of quiet for right now.
Yeah, but we do have something coming up in the summer. It's the Indianapolis Colts. They're coming to Grand Park, so we've, as a chamber, we're preparing for that and excited for that opportunity.
Second shot by Sophia Craig is up, and it's good. All of a sudden, we're down to a 3-point game.
3-point ball game.
4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter.
Approaching 4 minutes left in the fourth. 3-point ball game.
To me, a Perriman's going to have to be very careful out there. She's playing with 4 fouls, and they really can't afford to lose her on the floor.
Grace looks, fires a long 3, no good. Rebound.
Craig had the rebound, and it was knocked out of her hands by, I think it was knocked out by Perriman and went out of bounds off of Perriman. Rocks get the possession.
This will be an interesting possession for them. See if they go straight to Perriman. High ball screen. Craig looks, kicks it out to O'Hare for a long 3. Don't know if that's a shot you want to take.
No, that was a pretty quick shot there.
Grace at the top of the key. Approaching 3 minutes in the ball game. Gurka passes it around to Perriman. Keeps moving around the perimeter.
Tigers will probably be comfortable with just trying to take some time off the clock here and waiting to get a good shot.
It's like Shamrocks are gonna have to turn up the pressure here.
The Shamrocks have only got 5 fouls on them, so they've got one more to give before they put the Tigers to the line. And with less than about 2.5 minutes left here, you've got to believe that pretty soon the Shamrocks are probably going to have to. They're not going to have any choice but to foul here.
Yeah.
And as I said, I believe that the Tigers will probably be content to keep this ball moving around back and forth. The longer they can keep it out of the hands of the Shamrocks, the better off they are.
Grace sets up the offense. Looks. And that's going to be a 1-on-1.
Fouled. I don't think that's 1-on-1 yet. No, that is 1-on-1. I'm sorry. I was mistaken. That is the 7th. Tony Grace with the 1-and-1. She's perfect from the line tonight.
First one up. No good.
That's going to be a jump ball.
Tigers.
Possession goes back to the Tigers.
DeCrane into the ball game. London with the ball. Looks, kicks it out to Gurka. Under 2 minutes left to play. Ooh. London to Grace.
Almost knocked the table over there. I'm sorry about that. Startled myself.
Now they got to put on the pressure.
That's going to be a double dribble. No, they got a timeout called first. I thought they were going to get a double dribble there.
That's close.
That'll be a full timeout for the Tigers. So while we've got a timeout, remind you that no job is too small or too big for Indiana Restoration Services. Whether you're a homeowner or a large business experiencing water, fire, or storm, or in mold remediation, or just if you're a homeowner that just simply needs a good carpet cleaning, Indiana Restoration has you covered. Contact them at 317-776-9942 or visit them online, indianarestoration.com. I'd like to also remind you, Bill Clifford is currently a sergeant with the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. He's committed his life to serving the community with integrity. As a resident of Westfield with his wife Cheryl and their 3 kids, family safety is Clifford's top priority, and he understands the Sheriff's Office must be proactive against new threats in order to best protect you. For more information, follow the campaign on Facebook at Clifford for Sheriff, and remember to vote Bill Clifford for Hamilton County Sheriff May 8th, 2018. Follow the campaign on Facebook at Clifford for Sheriff or on their website, www.cliffordforsheriff.com. Jack, we are under 2 minutes. It is really crunch time here. A 3-point game. I think this is just exactly what both of us expected in this game, and this is still anybody's game with, over a minute and a half left.
3-point ball game. They're going to have to start putting on the pressure, the Shamrocks are, and they're going to do just that.
That one's going to go against Ashton DeCrane. That should be her second in the 8th team foul of the half.
Yep, and looks like Gurka's going to go to the line, the 48% free throw shooter.
Yep, she's going to have a 1-on-1 here.
But as we've found out, doesn't matter what your percentage is when it comes to sectional time.
We got that 14% free throw shooter making 2.
Yep. Up, no good.
Who's going to get the rebound? That's going to be a jump ball, and the possession is going to go to the Tiger or to the Shamrocks.
Yeah. 128. This is a big possession here for the Shamrocks. 1 possession game.
Shamrocks need to put something on the scoreboard here, whether it's a 2 or a 3. They need to get something done here because basically this game is really slowed down to next to nothing.
DeCrane fires it up. No good. And it's going to be a jump ball, Fisher's ball.
Fishers will get the possession on this time. Got a little equipment repair going on here and a substitution or 2 coming in. Just a little bit over a minute here. The Tigers with the inbound on the alternating possession. They're they're ahead by 3. That's going to be another 1-on-1 for the Tigers.
Grace will shoot the 1-on-1.
I believe that's going to go on. I'm not sure who that was on. I know it's the 9th foul.
It might have been on Shipley. I think it was Shipley.
Yes, Shipley. It was Jade Shipley. That is her second. Tony Grace with a 1-and-1 here.
First one up and good.
Got it. What's big about that, Jack, is that makes it a 2-possession game now for the Shamrocks with 1:04 on the clock.
Time is not on their side right now. Up and good. 5-point ball game.
I got Grace for 10 now.
Timeout, Coach Smith.
And that's going to be a full timeout for the Shamrocks. And, well, let's tell you what else we got coming up tonight. After this game, we're going to take just a little bit of a break. And then Perry Williams is going to take your chair. Well, I'm going to kind of take your chair, and Perry's going to take mine. We're going to kind of play.
And I'm going to sit back where
shuffle
Perry's
chairs
at,
there. No, if you're sitting here, you're talking.
Yep.
We'll get another headset for you, man.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm a talker, so there's no problem about that.
But we'll be bringing you the game between the Noblesville Millers and the Anderson Indians. Jack, that's another,
that's gonna be
another game which ought to be a really, really good game. The Millers and the Indians met earlier in this season. It went down to an overtime at the mill, and in that particular instance, the Millers prevailed. So we'll have to see if the second time is a charm again for them, or if the Indians can come back. Anderson, you talk about Anderson, and you talk about just basketball history.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
The Wigwam and all the great teams that they had up there, and even when they had all 3 schools up there, they all had great teams up there. So
yeah,
we're back to the action with is that 1-0 on the clock.
Quickly down the floor, Shipley looks.
It's a 5-point lead for
DeCrane. Fouled. She'll shoot 2.
Lydia Stulkin picks that up.
First one, no good.
Ashton DeCrane, who is a 60% free throw shooter, misses the front end.
Quick substitution there. Second one's good. 4-point ball game.
So DeCrane gets 1 of 2.
Putting pressure. Grace looks. They're going to foul there. 41.3 seconds. 4-point ball game. He's shooting 2.
And that's going to be Skylar Fulton going to the line, but that's going to be the 10th. So as you say, any way you look at it, it is it's 2 free throws for the Fishers Tigers, and that's going to be number 15, Skylar Fulton up there. Her first trip to the line tonight, 74% from the line, and she, of course, when I say that, she misses the first one.
Still 2-possession game here. .3, 4-point ball game. Second one is good. Quickly down the floor comes Shipley. She looks, gets it over to Rops. Rops trying to find baseline, gets it back over to Shipley. Shipley drives, blocked.
Shamrocks are going to have to foul quickly here.
And they will.
The clock is their enemy right now.
Just didn't. That 5 points has been pretty much consistent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest lead of the game.
Yeah. 23.3, 5-point ball game.
That's going to go on.
Looked like Bunting.
Yeah, Ryan Bunting. They say it's her 4th. But Grace back to the line again. She makes the first.
23 seconds. That 6-point ball game.
So we're going to have another, looks like we're going to have another battle for the bragging rights in the town of Fishers again. Or I should say city of Fishers, excuse me. Yep. Grace gets both of those. She's up to 12 points for the game.
Up and good.
Too little, too late for Megan Rops.
5-point ball game with 11.8 seconds.
Once again, another foul very quickly. Jade Shipley picks up the foul. I think that'll be number 3 on her. Tony Grace goes back to the line for 2 more shots.
Well, great job this season for the Shamrocks. You got Rops, Craig, O'Hare, and Bunting, the seniors.
A lot of emotion in these games too, Jack, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
For some of these girls, it's not only it's the end of the career.
Yeah.
And there's not too many of them that will end up going on to play basketball at the college level. So,
well, that's why we love high school sports, because it's the closest to a community that you get. She'll fire up a 2, and it's good.
Jade Shipley gets her first 2 points of the game, and that's going to do it. Final score: the Fishers Tigers over the Shamrocks, 41-36. Jack, I don't think this came out any different than what we expected. I think we were both kind of wondering who was going to dominate in this game, and nobody really dominated, but it was just a good, hard-fought battle.
Absolutely, and I think good job by both sides. But for the Tigers, next step's going to be Friday, taking on the Hamlin Southeastern Royals for some bragging rights there in Fishers.
The Royals are rolling, too. They're up there in the top 10. Well, we'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA Class 4A Sectional on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few minutes with game number 2 between the Noblesville Millers and the Anderson Indians.